Hey, what's up, YouTubers? Wanted to do an update on the 125 and how it's coming along. I'll get back to that in a minute. Here's all the plants and the fish and everything that came from the tank. I stuck them in here, and if you've seen the last video, you've seen it was just a big ball mess of plants in there, and the fish were just kind of everywhere. I had a crappy little light on it, and you couldn't really see anything, so I kind of did a rough, quick scape of it, just so it's a little more appealing while I'm waiting for the big tank to get set up, and make it just a better environment for the fish that are in there for now. I took the light off of my 20 long, to help support these plants, because I did a video a couple of days ago and everything was looking actually extremely healthy, no melt off, no nothing like that, and my flip video camera decided to take a shit on me, I guess. I went to plug it in a couple hours ago to upload the video, and it wouldn't even register on my computer. The screen was going crazy, so I don't know what's going on with that, but lost all those videos. The plants are still looking pretty good, but I'm getting quite a bit of melt off. It's actually happening pretty rapidly. I did this about 4 days ago, and everything already since then is melting off. You can see the crypt's got some real bad melt, but there's already new growth coming in, and same with the swords and stuff like that. All the taller stem plants seem to be doing alright. They're melting off a little bit, but I guess these are just the things we expect as fish keepers. They're going to happen, I was pretty bummed out about the discus passing away during the move, but I still have the one left back there. I probably won't be able to get a shot of him. Maybe I can get, patch something into this video or something if I can get a decent shot of him, but I'm pretty excited about these angelfish. This guy right here, and I don't know where the other one is right now, but they're actually pretty healthy looking, and I think that right here he is, I think that I may have a pair, because they've been locking lips and then like freaking out and going around the tank and then coming over to this side glass right here, pecking away at it, rubbing their sides on it like they're cleaning it off. From what I've seen from other videos, that's breeding behavior, so I'm super excited about that. And I've never kept these fish before, but they're just real personable fish. They follow you around, they come straight up, eat out of your hands, and I'm just, I couldn't be more stoked about them. There's about 4 neon tetras. This little Endler right here, he's lonely and by himself, but just full of energy. He's always constantly swimming around the tank. He's a lot of fun to watch too. This guy, I'm not sure what he is. If anybody can help me ID that, I would really appreciate it. Maybe Chinese algae eaters. I think there's 2 of them in there, but one of them decided to, the other day, fly up the front of the tank and plop out onto my floor. So I decided to put this bad boy on there for now. I really don't like running lids on my tanks, but I felt it was necessary at this point until I get the big tank set up. But yeah, everything else is doing great. I believe this is Rotala indica, Ludwigia repens, and there was like probably 50 to 75 stems of that. This, if anybody could help me ID, I would appreciate it. I've never kept this plant before. I believe it may be Kabamba, just from some of the Google pictures and stuff that I've been trying to look at. Rotala indica, there's like 100 stems of that, super tall, doing great. And just some other miscellaneous stuff. There's 2 Anubias plants here that are doing great. I haven't seen no melt off or anything. It actually looks like one plant on this camera, but it's not. That's actually 2 separate plants, but they're doing really well. I believe that, these guys are bleeding heart tetras, and then I'm not sure what these are. They look very similar, but they're actually different kinds of fish. And there's like 6 of these, and probably 10 or 12 of those. 2 plecos. I think it came with right around probably 30 fish, so pretty excited about that. They're all pretty healthy looking fish, but okay, on to the big tank. I finally got the concrete DIY background all ripped out of it. There's a little bit of silicone residue left, and some concrete in the actual tank silicone, which I'm afraid to try and scrape out because I don't want to cause a leak later down the line, and you can't really see it from a distance from the front of the tank. I feel like once this is all scaped out, and planted up, you're not going to notice the little imperfections like that anyways, but I'm going to make another video on the equipment and the sump and the overflow boxes and all of that, because I'm actually brand new to all of that. And I was talking to the guys over at Dark Star Aquatics. If you don't know it, go check it out. Really knowledgeable guys. You know, they actually talk about fish tanks. You know, you go to these other forums and chat rooms and stuff, and the guys just want to talk about a bunch of other shit other than fish tanks. These guys actually, you know, they talk about aquariums most of the time, and they know their shit. They help you out. You know what I mean? I got to give credit to Corvus and Matt Weber mostly. They've helped me out tremendously on, you know, everything in the hobby that, you know, that I have questions on. So it's a good place to check out. darkstaraquatics.ning.com, I believe is what it is. If I'm wrong, I will put it down in the comment box, but go check it out. Also check out their YouTube channels. You know, a lot of good stuff to watch if you like watching fish tank videos, which obviously you do if you found this one. So but anyways, I want to, you know, on further inspection, I think I want to completely rebuild the stand. That way I can customize it my way. And this guy obviously wasn't much of a carpenter. You know, you can see gaps in all of his cuts, which I don't really like at all. And if you look, I don't know if I can get it, yeah, right there, you can see light between the actual 2x4 and the tank, and then it stops here and levels out. And these are things that scare me. I'd hate to have this thing fill up and, you know what I mean, be twisting around and doing things that I do not want it to do. So I think I'm going to rebuild the stand. That way I can customize it the way that I want, you know, put shelving on both ends. And I was talking to those guys at Dark Star about just keeping this sump. You know, they said, oh, it works, so let's go with it. And I was agreeing with them at first, and then when I got a closer look at it, the silicone, the original factory silicone, is extremely thin on it, and he just really did a shoddy job on this thing. I mean, just patched glass together, you know what I mean? Petco's got a $1 a gallon sale going right now, so I'm thinking about just running out, buying a 55, matching black trim, get some panes of glass, cut it myself, you know what I mean, and just make it look a little more presentable in case I decide to go with an open stand. So that's that. This thing, I still don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with all that concrete on the glass. It's not appealing to me at all. So I don't even think I want to set it up. I mainly bought it for the equipment that came with it anyways, so maybe I'll throw it up on Craigslist for 25 bucks. Honestly, I don't know if I could give the thing away at this point, but we'll see if I can make a couple bucks back on that, get it out of my house. Let's get to, may as well do an update on the other tanks while I'm here. Eventually all these are going to get consolidated along with the ones in the 46 into this. I was going to be a little more, you know, selective on the fish that I'm putting into this, just because I've always kind of bought this and that and that and this, and now I got a bunch of tanks full of random stuff. But, you know, these fish have been with me for a long time, and I feel like they deserve to stay with me, and they're getting bigger, they're growing out, they need to be in a bigger home. So I may just plant this thing out, you know what I mean. I was going to try maybe another DIY concrete background, a little more to my own likings, and put my own twist on it, but you know, I may just go ahead, black it out like the rest of my tanks, get some driftwood in it, start scaping it, and get it rolling as fast as possible, because I really want to see it set up. And I would hate to do the concrete thing and, you know, have it for a couple months, decide I don't like it, and then have all that work for nothing. So, you know, the blacked out background, it's been effective on all of my tanks. I've always liked it, so there's no reason why I won't like it on here. And I can change it up anytime I like, but I'm ready to get the tank rolling. The 20s are doing good, just got a big water change on both of them. This one, though, for about the past week, I mean, this tank's been set up for a long time, been doing extremely well, and now all of a sudden I'm getting a lot of melt off on my crypts, getting hair algae everywhere. I mean, this tank was pristine for such a long time. I don't know what's going on now, but my dwarf gourami, he was always one of my healthiest fish, and I don't know if you can see that right above his left eye right there. There's a bump forming, and I don't know if this is like a tumor or an injury or a fungus or what's going on. I look at my tanks constantly, and I just noticed this today, so I'll see if I can get a close-up of it. Maybe somebody can help me out with what that is, but I may put him in his own little quarantine, try to medicate it out a little bit, and because I'd hate to stick them into my tank and introduce some kind of fungus or something to a brand new tank. But you know, get all them consolidated into the big tank, and that's about that for the 20s. This one, I mean, the fish are kind of pussies in it. Every time the light comes on, they freak out and they run and hide, and every time I go up to feed them, you know, they're not personable at all. It's just, I really don't like the white sand. It's not helping my plants out, you know. I may just sell this whole tank as is. Fish, plants, everything. Try and make a little bit more money back towards the 125 and go from there. Or I may keep it. I don't know. You know, keep the fish and the plants and break it down and sell just the tank and the equipment. But still not decided on that. But these guys are definitely going into there because this is my longest running tank, and I'm really attached to all the fish that are in it. And then just sell all that off except for the plants and fish. That's the shrimp tank. I believe it is finally time to order some shrimp. This thing's been rolling for about 2 weeks now. It had bacteria out of the 20 tall, you know, media that I put into this little filter up here, and the plants seem to be doing amazing. I've been putting a little bit of fish food in there, you know, just for some ammonia to feed the bacteria for now. I put this thermometer in here just so I could kind of use it as a measuring stick to measure the growth, and it started out right about here when I first planted this thing, and now they're up almost past the green mark on there, so super excited about that. Those plants are doing good. The Pogostamen helferi, not really showing a lot of you know, coming up and perking out and growing really well, but you know, it's green, the brown's all melting off, and the green's starting to come in. It's getting a lot more bright, you know, fluorescent green, so you can tell it's definitely doing healthier. I'm just not getting a lot of tall growth out of it. Here's the willow moss that I got from Alpha Pro and the dwarf Sagittaria. I kind of did that just as a test run because that's who I want to order my shrimp from, see how their packaging went, and they threw an extra of everything that I ordered. It got here super fast. You know, it was like 30-degree temperatures. I had no melt off, no browning, nothing. You know, it all adapted to my tank perfectly. So, you know, I'm definitely going to be ordering some shrimp off of them, hopefully tomorrow, and have them in by, say, Tuesday. And I'm real excited to finally start getting some shrimp rolling in this thing. I've been patient and did the cycle right and everything, so I think it's finally time for that. But this thing's already hitting 13 minutes long, so I guess that's it. I really don't have nothing else to update on at this point, but as I keep cleaning this thing out, I still got to vacuum it out and stuff, but as I get it rolling, I'll keep making videos and, you know, setting up the scape and stuff like that. But I better cut this thing off at 13 minutes. Everybody, thanks for watching, and, you know, hopefully this video turns out with the new camera, and if I keep getting views, I'll keep making videos. So, later.